you have created Bakery Cowork, the largest women-focused co-working space in the U.S. We've seen, I think, a lot of people move to the co-working space, especially in a post-COVID world. It was around before, but in a post-COVID world, I think people want to feel more connected with other people, and they're open to feedback. They're more open to asking for help in a co-working collaborative space where everybody is kind of coming who is like-minded.
Yes.
They can come and have their independence, but also reach out for help. And so let's do a little mini business course on the bakerycowork.com. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions for this mini business course. The
Okay.
first question is, what makes co-working space from your perspective so enticing for people?
I think co-working is so enticing because you get to meet people that you wouldn't just meet in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Usually when you are working in a coffee shop, you're working in a silo. You go there with your laptop, you heads down, you order that coffee, and that's it for the day. In a co-working space, you are kind of pushed to meet the people that are sitting next to you. You're pushed to be like, oh, what is it that you do? How can I help you? How can I serve you? So real relationships are made by co-working. It also forces you to get out of your house, comb your hair, do your makeup, get dressed. So I feel like the depression or the mental stress that we have from working at home, where we have a button-up shirt on and pajamas at the bottom, and we're doing the same routine over and over again, and we're losing ourselves and we're losing our happiness. That goes away when you're out in co-working, because now you have to find a way to get up and get re-excited about life again in this co-working space. And the third thing is opportunities. There's so many opportunities. I literally have one of my members that was unemployed and was searching for jobs, and that's why she joined our co-working space, to then being able to meet someone in our co-working space that was looking for someone exactly with her skill set, and she ended up getting a C-suite position in a
Right.
company after co-working for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I think opportunities that you have the chance to meet, and the biggest thing with our space and why I created it is because I feel like when I was going to WeWork and I want to wear my pink dress or bright color, makeup, or it wasn't like that. It was like, listen, we're corporate, put on your black blazer. I wanted to create a space for all women to be able to celebrate each other and get resources, information, and access to capital. That is one of the biggest things that women need when they're growing their business, is access to resources, information, and capital. And so that's what we built the bakery on.
I love it. I love it. All right. That's number 1. Number 2, after you built it, how did you market it and get the resources? Not only get the resources to kind of, like you're talking about, the capital, but how did you get people to walk in the door? I think a co-working space can be kind of scary because you open it. I live in Detroit, and there's a couple of people that have opened co-working spaces in Detroit.
Yeah.
It can be scary because you open it and you hope people walk in and actually pay the monthly fee or the quarterly fee or the yearly fee. So what was your business model in hopes that would happen?
Yeah, I think for me, my business model, well, one, our co-working space is not just co-working. We have over 20,000 square feet of an event space, photography studio, podcast studio, co-working space, conference room, kitchen, cafe, all everything that you could possibly dream of as a creator or as an entrepreneur or as someone that's scaling up the corporate ladder. We have everything in one building, right? So I'm like, okay, if co-working doesn't work, the photo studio will work, the event space will work, the conference room will work. So that alone attracted so many different people. The girl that's creating a podcast is so much different than the person that's throwing a 60th birthday party. But all of those people that are trafficking my building are now telling their friends and now telling their other coworkers and employees about the experience that they had in the bakery. So that was one.
I
Diversify.
just want to comment on one thing. I love your setup because you kind of set it up like a gym. You come in for a podcast and then you may spill over to something else. You come over for this and da 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 da. That's great. That's great.
Yes, I wanted to diversify the user experience when it comes to co-working. I wanted to make sure that people didn't have to find a different building for everything they need in their entrepreneurial journey. So if you have a boutique or if you own a clothing brand, you would love to co-work and build your website, but you also may need a photography studio to do photos. You may also need to do a launch party for your brand and you need an event space. I wanted to make sure that we had that all tackled into our building, a one-stop shop for everything and everyone. The second thing is an amazing programming. Is amazing programming. Every single month, every single Wednesday, we have a Women Win Wednesday event where we bring in top experts to teach on topics like capital, building your resume, LinkedIn, networking, or whatever it may be. We've had a realtor meetup with hundreds of realtors all over Atlanta that came to network. So really it's about the programming and it's about what they actually will get in the building. I haven't done any ads for our business yet. This business has grown and scaled, and in 2 years we are fully profitable, and it's all from word of mouth.
It's great. Good for you. Good for you. All right. My number 3 piece is how do you build build a culture of people asking for help and asking for business? Because within a co-working space, you got to be careful. You can't be the person that's like, overly promoting. So how do you build that?
Good. Okay. So I think I understand the question. But what I will tell you is first, I built another community, right? My first community was a digital community called Girl Mob, and we have over 10,000 women in Girl Mob. This was a digital community. And so we were doing meetups, frequently going to other co-working space before we opened the bakery. I think that when you are serving a community, you should have a journey that you take your community on to be able to serve them at different areas and places of where they are in business. So Girl Mob is $49.99 a month. We serve that girl that is just now getting started, maybe just made her first million and is now looking for information, resources, and connection. Then we have the bakery, which starts at $150 a month. And there now we're able to serve them in person. Then we have the marketing agency for the girl that is like, okay, now I need that website. I need those flyers. I need a marketing plan. I need a strategic rollout. I want to launch a community, whatever it may be. Now you can work with us from the agency perspective. So I think just making sure that you have a way to serve your clients that are looking for that help and those resources. I've also talked to other community managers that own community spaces, and I tell them that you should have a trusted resource guide. So if they are looking for photography, you should have, these are the 3 photographers that we represent or that we trust, and then you should get a kickback of all the bookings that come from those photographers. Every referral that you get, you should get a kickback fee from that. And so I think that that's how it works, and that's why people will feel the community is so strong. People feel like I have everything that I need within this community, and I don't go out and I don't need to worry about being scammed along the way.
It's great.